A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Syracuse's offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense. And I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in, it's Daniels. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Aggies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make it? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to
hits the afterburners, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown.
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
7, Syracuse, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Dropping back, it's Marshall. Slings it downfield. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aggies.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it
holds it in down the sideline. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass. It's Marshall. Got his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Give to the running back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. The give to the tailback. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man on the outside. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical.
Pulls it in, the 1st down and more. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
2nd down.
Back to pass. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using the quick game. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd.
Syracuse, 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
A loss of 6.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. The inside handoff. There he goes. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football. Watch him do the rest.
Touchdown, Aggie! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And when You run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Orange will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
42, Syracuse, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rolling, throwing, looking right. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Running through contact. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. To throw, it's Marshall. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
325.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He's inside the 10. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass options.
Touchdown, Orange! Fit it in the window for the score.
And a really nice job understanding.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And he added the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Middle Tennessee made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing in Murfreesboro. All that speculation all week, and now we know Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll start this drive firing. Hauls it in. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
He'll field it close to the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Fires on the move. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mendez. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They believe they can run right here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Robbins. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He wants to throw it. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job. And you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And those are the ones that are a little bit frustrating because those slants, man, you want to put it on them and get some yards after the catch and really keep the defense honest. But when you drop it, puts you behind the sticks, and it just frustrates your quarterback.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Floats it out in space. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around. Turning it on. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And I tell you what, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. He's looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2nd and goal coming up. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They want to flex their muscle. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Robbins. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Orange will have to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Going right to work up top. Sure hands, it's Harris. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's a heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They're still firing away even with this lead. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another